Dear CBC graduates, my name is Stephen Freed, Chemistry and Biochemistry undergraduate, class of 2020. If you think your graduation is looking a little bit different this year than you expected, you are not alone. If you had told me 4 years ago as I first started college that we would be in this situation now, and that our commencement would be made virtual due to a global pandemic, I would have never believed you. It wouldn't have made any sense to me. Nothing like this had ever happened in my life. But clearly, I had a lot to learn. In several ways, I was a pretty naive freshman, as I suspect many of us were when first coming into college. Some of us had professional goals that we have long since changed to new goals. Some of us have stuck to the same goal since day one. Some others of us didn't really know what we wanted to do in college. I, for one, wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do as I first started up at the University of Arizona 4 years ago. Given my lifelong interest in chemistry and an interest in medical applications in biology, I thought I would try out a biochemistry major, with the thought that it was central enough within the STEM major fields that I could easily switch to something else once I was more sure about what I wanted to do. I hadn't really intended that the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry would be my permanent home. My mentality changed as I joined Professor Michael Brown's research lab. I had met Dr. Brown just before my freshman year, when he told me all about the wonders of the visual protein rhodopsin in the retina and his lab's incredible research on this important biological signaling molecule, using physical techniques such as NMR spectroscopy and X-ray scattering. It was thrilling to me that research could weave together so many diverse fields as chemistry, biology, and physics to explain a process as fundamental as vision. Once I integrated myself into the work in Dr. Brown's lab, it was clear to me that I had made the right choice by choosing the CBC department. I am extremely fortunate to have been given the opportunities that I have had through my research with Dr. Brown. From presenting on multiple occasions at international conferences to participating in beamline experiments using linear particle accelerators, I have been given opportunities that I never would have dreamed of as a naive freshman finding my way around campus for the first time. I am truly indebted to Dr. Brown for being an outstanding mentor to me over 4 years, and for being the single most important influence on my development as a scientist, through his generous offering of his time and resources. I am also indebted to Dr. Suchi Pereira, the very first person in the lab to show me the ropes of performing experiments, to Professor Michael Marty, with whom I got to work on a collaborative research project, and to everyone else in the Brown lab that has helped me along the way. I have learned a great deal through my research in the Brown lab, but the more that I learn, the more humbled I am by how little I find that I actually know in the grand scheme of things. The most phenomenal thing about chemistry and biochemistry is how well it connects to everything else. Chemistry truly is the central science, and can be tied into almost any STEM field imaginable: pharmacology, geology, electronics, astronomy, materials, physiology, and optics, just to name a few. And that's not to mention the opportunities opened up in fields such as medicine, law, teaching, and social work as well. So don't feel restrained by any formula, but take full advantage of the freedom open to you. Yes, this is the end of one chapter, but it's the beginning of another that we are completely free to write as we choose. Well, almost completely free. Some of you may point out the obvious, that circumstances often affect our abilities to write our own narratives. At no point in time has this been more clear than the present, as the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a lot of uncertainty about the future, dramatically complicating job searches, funding opportunities, and program involvement. As graduates, to many of us this hits a little close to home, and is a humbling reminder that there are many things in life beyond our control. Things will get better, as the ever-changing nature of life is one of its few constancies. But also, if I may add, let's not allow the significance of the present turbulence be lost on us. Recognizing how much of our lives is beyond our control gives us greater appreciation for the good moments we have had, such as a mostly in-person education, with meaningful friendships made, knowledge learned, and experiences gained. There are many people in this world who have not shared all the benefits that we have had, and our current deprivation of some of these can serve as a wake-up call to this fact. The present economic instability and global health scare remind us of the millions of people in our own country living below the poverty line who could never afford college, and of those living their whole lives with the reality of untreated endemic diseases in their homelands. Our generation can be the generation that seeks to address these tribulations facing real people just like ourselves all over the world. For all the knowledge we have learned in college, what use is it unless we use it to better the society we live in? I would like to issue this as a challenge to us all, and to myself included, that whatever path we choose to take, we keep a selfless outlook on helping others too, and not merely ourselves. My friends, as unfortunate as it is that we can't celebrate together in person, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for sticking it through until the end. Graduation is only a celebration because of the years of hard work and memorable experiences leading up to it, all of which we have already been able to share in together. You've all heard the cliche of unknown origin that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And as overused as that statement is, I believe that nowhere is it more applicable than in the current time. Although our celebration isn't what we had hoped it would be, it is the journey itself that matters, and that makes saying goodbye sometimes difficult. We'll always keep our memories of our time at the University of Arizona, and there will be plenty more memories in the future as we start putting into practice the skills that we have spent so long learning. Embrace the future and the new set of opportunities that it presents, and with it a new, different, and nonetheless exciting chapter of life. Thank you, and congratulations, Chemistry and Biochemistry class of 2020. Bear down.